Hi everyone, VJ's832 back again with another edition of What is on Kickstarter. What's on Kickstarter? A weekly look at what's going on and what's new. So let's get on with it. First of all, I want to mention this one, a Bicycle Red Castle from Collectible Playing Cards. It's 50% funded, 5 days to go. If you want to see this one get funded, you gotta go back it, get it done. It's an interesting looking deck. There's definitely worse decks out there. I mean, it's not a bad deck. It's fairly standard. Interesting idea for the back design. Some people are going to like it. Some are not, obviously. Moving along, though. This is one that I wanted to mention. The Sisterhood of Blood by Kirk Slater. It is 90% funded. 42 hours to go. Let's get this one funded. Time is running out. It only needs about $1,000. It will hopefully make it, or £1,000, I should say. It will hopefully make it. It's getting there slowly but surely. So let's get it done. It's an awesome looking deck of cards. You can see a review, the prototype on my channel. Again, thanks to Kirk for that. Moving along, Stained Glass Playing Cards, 2nd edition by Infabled. It's similar to the previous one. I'm not sure. I didn't get the previous one. It's very similar. As you can see, they got pips in the back design. They actually made it mirror image. That's good. They're missing a spade pip, though. But, yeah, it's good that it's mirror imaged. Black faces. Nice court cards. It's pretty interesting. I'm not sure who's producing it. NPC, it appears, is producing it. Just because they're not gonna, they realize that they're not gonna be able to hit funding for a USPC deck as much as they like to, so they have decided to not do that. But anyways, it's funded, 9 days to go, very short campaign. If you like it, check it out. Next up, we have a card clip, a Joe Porper card clip from Joe Porper and Scott Jenkins. It is nearly funded. Crap, I didn't get how much it is, but it's about 90% funded or so. 24 days to go. It's going to happen. Just a matter of time. It's an expert at the card table clip, and it's personalized with your name on it. If you really want to spend $80 to get a card clip to protect a $10 deck, by all means, but I think it's really expensive. Even if the deck is $20 or $30, that's still a hell of a lot of money to protect a deck that is, well, not worth that much. And actually, if you want it personalized, that has no personalizing, no engraving. If you want it personalized, it's $90 on the early bird, which is still available, or $95. Yeah. Sorry, but I've gotten card clips. I think it was a Joe Porper card clip from the Blue Crown for like $30. And you could probably still get them there. So why am I going to spend 3 times as much? Anyway, Valley of the Kings by Weston Vegas. It is doing horribly. It's 2% funded, 29 days to go. I don't think it's going to happen. I am not a fan of this one. Here's the back designs. They're interesting. And then the faces, they're horrible. It's very difficult to tell what suit is what because there's just so much going on there, and the pips are really small. There's no index per se because the letter is so far in the corner, and then there's no pip, there's no suit, so you can't even use it for poker picks or anything like that. It's not good for Magic. Not really good for playing cards. The pictures, they're just Photoshop crap as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's just Egyptian figures, pharaohs, Photoshop. They're all the same. All the queens are the same. Kings are the same. Jacks are the same. They're just Photoshopped as far as I'm concerned. And then the number cards, they're okay. I don't know why he put sample watermarks across these pictures. Nobody's going to want these pictures. Nobody even wants the deck as is. There's much better decks out there with similar themes. In fact, coming soon to Kickstarter from Emmanuel Valtera is the Greek pottery deck. And this, I know it's not Egyptian, but it's an awesome looking deck of cards. And he will have he does have the Egyptian glyphs that he produced recently, misspelled there, but that will be available during that project, which launches June the 2nd, this Thursday at 2 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you check that out. So if you want an Egyptian themed deck, the Egyptian glyphs, it's a hell of a lot better than this one. This one has like very little effort put into it. Next up is the Heka deck. What the Heka deck? Why not? It's a very interesting looking deck by Travis Nichols. It is 59% funded, 23 days to go. I'm assuming it's going to fund, but you never know. It's a very interesting deck that's a massive deck with 160 playing cards. Yes, 160 playing cards, which is like 3 times as many as a regular deck of cards. Each suit has 0s, 11s, and beasts. So on top of the ace through king, they have added in a beast suit, a beast court card, and a 11 number card, and a 0 number card, which is blank. Pretty interesting. There's tons of suits in this one. You got your standard diamonds, clubs, hearts, and spades, as you can see. But they've also added in knives, acorns, clouds, and planets. And, well, acorns is actually a suit in some European decks. Knives, that's similar to swords. Clouds, that's a new one to me. And same with the planets. The very interesting looking cards. There's also, let's see, 2 suited hunters and travelers. Non-suited arrows and talismans, a crone, and omnihydron, darkness, and all-suited watcher. So all sorts of cards. It's a lot. There's also 4 jokers. Tons and tons of stuff. You see the back design there. It's pretty interesting. It's interesting. Why not? You can check it out. It's, well, the $15 ones are out, but now it's $18. I don't even know what shipping is. Moving along. I'm not sure who's producing it either. I don't know many companies that produce 160 deck cards. 160 card decks, I should say. Next up, we got designer playing cards and CMYK Trump's deck by James somebody. It's not doing very well. It's 17% funded, 43 days to go. It has lots of time. That's the only thing good about it. The rest, it's nothing to talk about. It's just a multicolored faces with the CMYK colors. It's similar to the CMYK deck that's come out before, except that obviously, it's the same thing. It's a CMYK deck, except that it's got a different back design. You see the back design, it's nothing exciting. It's just a standard pattern, or just a pattern. The jokers, you see the cards are all fairly minimalist. Not really interested. I mean, I've had, and I still have, I think, a CMYK deck. It's basically the same thing, except that this one actually has suits and indexes. Whereas the other ones, it's just basically numbers, and the different colors were the values. Not overly exciting. Moving along, Dragons from the Past by Kais. It is. Where are we here? 60% funded, 41 days to go. It's got lots of time. It should make it. However, as soon as I saw this one, a light went off in my head. Dragons playing cards. Check this out here. It says it's from Brooklyn, New York. You remember these ones? World of Dragons by Stefan, which is actually Stephanie from Brooklyn. And Dragons playing cards, which is from Rod, which is actually Nikita Rodionov from, you guessed it, Brooklyn. And so it turns out that Stephanie is Stephanie Rodionov, who is Nikita's wife or girlfriend. Actually, it says his wife. Oddly enough, she's apparently located in Massachusetts and he's in Brooklyn. Kind of a weird. But anyways, what do you want to bet that this happens to be related to them somehow, some way? In fact, if we look at this guy here, you see that he's from Brooklyn. He's a Mohammed. Uh, it's the same theme deck. Whoops. It's the same theme. It's from Brooklyn, New York. It's different artwork, but it's kind of done similarly. There's one thing I wanted to see. It's done similarly, but differently. They've made them all different. So the fact that they're not the same it tells me, there's a red flag there because they're all different. But if we look at the risks and rewards, let's see what it says here. Risks and rewards. In this project, the risks are minimal. Let's go to World of Dragons. In this project, the risks are minimal. And in this one, I believe that in a similar project, the risks are minimal. Wow. Does it look like it's written by the same person or what? I would stay away. It looks like it's going to fund. They're scamming people as far as I'm concerned. And it's probably all just like, Photoshop pictures anyways. Moving along though, speaking of which, there's this one. Game of Thrones playing cards painted in watercolor. I don't know if I mentioned it last week. I think it launched during this week. Or maybe I did mention it last week. I don't remember. But actually, I probably did mention it. It has been shut down, copyright notification from HBO. Sucker. Not a big surprise there. You cannot produce a deck of cards on Kickstarter or anywhere that is Game of Thrones. I mean, duh. HBO owns the copyrights to that. They will sue your ass. I mentioned this one, Greek pottery. And it's coming June the 2nd at 2 p.m. Central Time to Kickstarter. Where do we have some pictures? Oh well. You can see our good idea. Very nice. Very similar to his other decks. Apparently, there's going to be dice in one of his projects. Anyways, that he's giving. Check that out. Very nice artwork. Very similar to his other decks, yet different. And I look forward to checking them out this Thursday. Anyways, that's what I got. Stay tuned. I'm going to do a hopefully quick what's on deck with what's going on elsewhere in the world of playing cards. I'll see you next time.